There will come a moment in your life, a quiet, defining moment, when you look at yourself and realize that you can no longer continue living the same way. A moment when you recognize that the habits you repeat, the choices you make, and the limits you've accepted are no longer acceptable. A moment when something inside you whispers, I was meant for more than this. What if your future self could look back at you today and say, thank you for not giving up on me? What if the strongest, most disciplined, most focused version of you is waiting on the other side of one decision you make right now? 2026 is not just another year on the calendar. It is not a routine milestone. It is a reset, a turning point, a blank canvas waiting for courage, intention, and new identity. This is not about temporary motivation. This is not about resolutions that fade in a week. This is about rebuilding yourself from the inside out. The greatest transformation you will ever experience is not the one others see. It is the one you feel when you finally become the person you always knew you could be. Take a breath. This is the moment. This is where it begins. Most people don't fail because they are incapable of success. They fail because they settle. They settle for comfort. They settle for distraction. They settle for excuses disguised as reasons. Every year people say, this time I'm serious. This year will be different. But nothing changes because they want transformation without effort, results without sacrifice, success without consistency. They rely on motivation instead of commitment. Motivation is emotional. It rises then fades. Commitment is a decision. Growth does not happen when things are convenient. Growth happens when you choose discipline over excuses, especially when you don't feel like it. Imagine a sculptor standing in front of a massive block of stone. To most people, it looks like nothing but a rough shape. But the sculptor sees the masterpiece hidden inside. Strike by strike, chip by chip, he carves away the excess. Time passes. Sweat builds. The work is slow. The progress is invisible to everyone else, but he knows every small cut matters. Your life is that block of stone. Your habits, your discipline, your daily decisions, they are the tools shaping you. Transformation does not happen in dramatic bursts. It happens in small, repeated actions that no one notices except the future version of you who benefits from them. Everyone wants success, but few are willing to earn it. Champions are not built on the stage. Champions are built in silence. In early mornings when you wake up before everyone else. In late nights when you keep working while others scroll, complain, and procrastinate. Transformation is not loud in the beginning. It is private. It is lonely. It is misunderstood. There will be days when your body feels heavy and your mind tells you to quit. Days when progress feels invisible. These are the defining moments. Not the easy days, but the difficult ones where you show up anyway. That is where identity is forged. That is where strength is built. That is where the new you is created. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is information. Pain says, this is where you must grow. Failure is not proof that you are incapable. Failure is proof that you are trying to evolve. Every setback, every rejection, every closed door, they're not barriers. They are lessons shaping your resilience. The strongest people did not become great because life was easy. They became great because life tested them, and they refused to break. You're not defined by what went wrong. You are defined by how many times you chose to rise again. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation gets you excited. Discipline gets you results. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation gets you excited. Discipline gets you results. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired, but transformation happens when you work hard even when you don't. Greatness does not belong to those who feel ready. Greatness belongs to those who act regardless of how they feel. Discipline is self-respect. Discipline is identity. Every time you choose effort over comfort, you cast a vote for the person you are becoming. If you want to become unrecognizable in 2026, start with your habits. Your habits shape your identity more than your intentions ever will. Begin your day with purpose, not distraction. Protect your time. Protect your energy. Surround yourself with people who challenge you instead of people who keep you comfortable. Read more than you scroll. Work more than you complain. Reflect more than you compare. Choose improvement over validation. Ask yourself every day, did I become 1% better today? Because growth is not one giant leap. It is 1,000 small steps repeated with discipline. Right now, say this to yourself. I will become unrecognizable in 2026. Say it with conviction. Say it like your future depends on it, because it does. This is not a wish. This is a promise. A promise to rise higher. A promise to commit deeper. A promise to outgrow the version of you that no longer serves your future. There will come a day when people look at you and say, you've changed, and you will smile because that was the goal all along. Transformation does not begin tomorrow. It does not begin next week. It begins right now, with the choices you make from this moment forward. You are not who you were. You are becoming who you were meant to be. And soon, very soon, you will be unrecognizable to the person you used to be. The new you begins now.